Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of Lego Batman, the video game. Let us continue the story now. The Penguin's special submarine allows him to commit crimes from beneath the waters of Gotham docks. He can dive below the surface to sneak up on his enemies and fire torpedoes at them. So, I bet this is going to be a drive around level. This probably won't take as long as they thought it would have. This is a pretty funny reference if you've ever tried to get a cat to go inside of a crate or cage. They try to fight you the whole way. So effectively they're treating Catwoman like she actually is a cat to arrest her. It's pretty funny pun. Although, is that a pun or is that just a joke? It may just be a joke. Robin's got a fish on his head. So, the Batman boat ride. We can play as Robin with a laser shooter and Batman. So Robin effectively is always going to have the bigger of the two vehicles, and it seems like they're all going to have the ability to tow and they're all going to have the ability to shoot, which is kind of weird because they don't have any gun weapons at all in the regular game. What speeds this up? Robin's watercraft shoots torpedoes, USB, and let's see. I'm trying to figure out which one Batboat can tow floating mines. Interesting. So I turn on the light, which gives us an item, and can glide off the end of ramps. Interesting, there's no speed up ability that causes that, it just doesn't. Which causes a very strange effect, because that just means if I am on a ramp, I will suddenly get this weird burst of speed for no reason. Go ahead and show this. Geez, how am I supposed to tow that? So is it the purple things that I'm supposed to be trying to hit here? Yes, it is. Ah. So I needed to use Robin's vehicle to get that there. And then Batman's vehicle to tow that there. And now I've got this. Of course, the only thing we really needed to do for the storyline is to tow this wall and not have it crash into its own ship, which should not happen. That's just bad programming of the AI. You should know how to get out of the way. There we go. So that feels like that you would be able to shoot these things and that would activate something, but it's not. couple of Batman jumps. Let's see in here. Some of these designs for water buoys and such, I don't think I've seen them reused. It's kind of a shame. These designs are alright. We had in Lego Marvel Superheroes it was all of Manhattan on display, so the island was surrounded by water, but there wasn't very much to do in the water. I think maybe 2 sections, 2 separate things, and that was it. That required doing something in the water, and it was not even driving. Well, like one of them was talking about, maybe there were 2 boats, but that was it. Out of what easily could have been 100 little tricks that we needed to do to get gold bricks, which we haven't seen any gold bricks in this game. I assume gold bricks exist. If they do not exist in this game, that would be very strange. But we haven't seen any yet. That's not super surprising, but might actually be true. Interesting. A Lego game with no gold bricks. That would be strange. You cannot jump, obviously there, you cannot jump into the sidewalk. You can't get on dry land. I wish I knew what this is, but I suspect this is a free play section. I want to come all the way back here because I missed something. Yeah. I thought that might be something. Notice that there are ramps on the edges of all these sections. That's not because you're actually going to get into those sections. It's because enemies have a way to come in and attack you, and more. And there is a possibility that they intended these levels to be larger than they are. And so by having the entrance already designed, they could let somebody else connect to already existing sections easier. It is a little strange though that the ramps on the outside. They should have done a final pass when they knew the game was in feature complete state. That's what a beta is. Typically, something is considered an alpha if you're at a point where you might add features, add to the levels, change things in any way other than to just fix it for bugs. After you've locked it down and aren't willing to add any more features, that's when you start going in the beta and solely focus on just getting the game as bug-free as possible. Ideally, completely bug-free. If you can do that. So I don't know how you would get in here because you need to be able to jump. And you can't even boat in the toxic goo. That is rather strange. You would think a boat wouldn't have any trouble there. So they're using the toxic goo particularly to section off things that have to be done in free play mode. You always have a little bit more that for 3 players. There we go, we made it superhero. I could drag a mine towards that. Need to drag a mine to that one. So there's 4 switches to open this gate, 2 of which are immediately accessible, 2 of which require the assistance of the Batmobile. Here we've hit a larger area. That up just to make sure. Ooh, are the stairs destroyable? No, I didn't think so. Grab this. These guys are putting missiles everywhere. Man, trying to drag these things can be difficult. This is very much like the dragging items around thing that we needed to do in Lego Star Wars. Rather annoying. Get some momentum. It's gotta hit the middle. That's a mistake. Just a total mistake that I'm hitting the sides of this thing and it's still not close enough. They had to have tested this and known this was difficult. Why is it even blowing up? There we go, finally. Gate number 4 is unlocked. So is there anything more I need to do? I don't believe so. I don't think I need to blow up anything else, so let's just move on. We'll take this with us while we're going. It doesn't come with us anyway. So the penguin and is that Killer Croc or is that? I think it's Killer Croc in the DC universe. There's one in the Marvel universe and one in the DC universe. There's a half human, half alligator. Hey, I do have that with me. It did come with me after all. So I think we're probably going to need to play as Robin for a little bit. So we'll come over here, run around, shoot things. We can, if necessary, go back this way. One would think that this blue, purple, and white section is something I'm supposed to hit with a missile. What is this? Why does it come out when I get near it? I have no idea. Alright, so none of that's working. Let's go ahead and just drag these. Trying to destroy a submarine here as best as we can. It feels like some things can be destroyed and some things cannot. Alright, so it's helping us out a little bit. We need to get this, and I just flung it. get this to the spinning turbine. There we go, got half of them done. Seems like a penguin is driving the ship. I can already tell, just as much work as it took to do that, one thing I can already tell you, this is not going to be a very fun fight. Like, I hit it, but I hit it on the wrong side. Let's see if we can get the right momentum. And then you have the constant enemies showing up here. Let's see. The right move here is to probably get it to spin. There we go. So it needs to really change up what I need to do to attack it. Having to do this potentially 4 more times is not fun. There, I got lucky. 3 more times. And now the penguins are coming all about trying to place bombs in the way. On paper, in concept, this sounds like something that might be an interesting challenge. Enemies placing mines as you're trying to move a mine towards its correct location, but in all actuality, this is just annoying. And we've seen multiple examples of this in LEGO games. Remember, we haven't even played the LEGO Indiana Jones game yet that has some of this in it too. But let's just assume that all the LEGO Indiana Jones were in production at the same time as this was, and they didn't see the outcome of it. They still know how LEGO Star Wars turned out and how terrible the driving around levels were. And how you had to, how terrible the control was. I can only assume that they could not afford, or they at least felt like they could not afford to abandon these concepts and the programming behind these type of levels. But if I was in charge of TV games, the makers of LEGO games, I was straight out told them, get rid of all the driving levels, they're not fun. That battle, for example, not fun. Repetitive, there was nothing interesting and new after the first time you did it. Oh no, they knocked his head off. Put it back on. I mean, look how unserious that is. That you can knock the head off of a Robin and that not being anything but a joke. By the time they got to the LEGO Marvel games, I think they're slightly more serious than that. I don't think they'd pull a gag like that. Because they might actually want to kill some of the characters at some point, even though this is a kid's game and that seems unlikely. It is a possibility. And Batman in particular is a little bit darker than that type of joke. Well, at least we got true superhero. But you know, I am not seeing any gold bricks. And at this point I would have seen at least one, I feel like it. Maybe for this game they got rid of gold bricks. That might be a good idea. Or they replaced them with something else. That might be a good idea because the gold brick concept is very much just a Lego concept and not really related to any of the stories. So yeah, it might be alright if they always got rid of gold bricks. It certainly would have made Lego Marvel superheroes shorter, but then it probably would have been less fun. No, on second thought, I want Lego gold bricks because when you're in the open world, that means they can just have one hidden somewhere and you just have to reach it to pick it up. It expands the range of puzzles that can be in a Lego game. So yeah, I wouldn't want to get rid of it. Anywho, that is going to be it for this recording. That was 21 minutes. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.